And we're live. This is the wood where you get what, Shabisky?
Wooded so good.
That's the facts. And we are live. And we hello.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Live.
Yeah. Okay.
No curseth. No
Yeah, no
curseth
cursing.
for the 10 minutes. I'll tell you guys
10
when it's been
minutes.
10 minutes.
So we're joined tonight
Yeah.
by Low Energy Videos. Hey, buddy.
Hey man, almost didn't make it. I actually forgot this was happening. I broke open a few drinks, went to bed early. Next minute I know I'm like, wait, didn't I promise something somewhere somehow? I went to all my dating apps. It was all still on board, and I'm like, the monk, the pimp.
Yeah. There you go, the monk. We're also joined, of course, as always, by Raisin Girl. How you doing?
Hello, hello. No cuss until you see my face.
Yeah, that's right. No cussing. For 10 minutes, we're going to go 10 minutes without cursing with words. We're trying to be friendly with the algorithm. Sabisky's here, too.
No. I mean, yeah.
No, you're not here?
I'm sharing the stream real quick, but yeah, I'm here. I'm queer. Get used to it. Okay? What?
I'm not sure you can say that.
That's a
Respect, Shabby.
That's not a
Good that you're open about it.
yeah, that's not a bad
You know
word.
what you know what you can say? Carol
What?
Baskin.
Ew.
Yes,
I don't know if
Carol
that's
Ba-
okay.
Carol Baskin is suing Netflix
I heard
because
about
the sequel, to Tiger King is coming out this month, I do believe. And they're using footage of her, and she says that she only agreed to use footage in the first film, not the second one.
Gee, I wonder what changed.
Oh yeah, because she thought she was gonna be. Well, the truth is, she thought she was gonna look like a hero in the first one, and boy, did she not!
She was right that he's a piece of shit, and she was right that he was Oh no, when I. Oh my god! I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
you did it.
I'm on.
You're a
no,
bad boy.
God.
Bad Lev.
Oh.
Get the whip. Get the whip, pimp.
No, I let down the team.
It's okay. It's really okay. Trubisky probably would have done it before anybody else. We're trying. We are trying here.
I know. Well, you guys are doing it. You're trying and succeeding.
We did today. Usually one of us blows it in the first minute, don't worry.
Yeah, we haven't succeeded at it yet. But I don't believe.
Well, that makes me feel
Not
a little
even
better.
close.
I don't think we've actually succeeded 10 minutes without cursing yet. We're going to eventually.
It's hard.
Maybe do it without me, at least for the first time. I've gotten into a bad habit of just swearing worse than any sailor ever could.
It's usually me, to be honest, because I curse a lot. So, but anyways,
I still feel a little bad.
She is right. Joe
But
Exotic
she didn't
is
look great either.
No, he's crap. They're all everybody in there were crap, except the person
Kid
who
who shot
lost the
himself.
arm. And the person who lost their arm, that's the only person that looked decent.
Well, the one who shot themselves they looked a bit like a victim more than anything else.
They were meth heads.
That was kind of true, but I mean, I've known meth heads to turn their lives around. Like, there was potential for a good person.
Yeah, there was potential.
You could argue the person who lost their arm was a little bit of an enabler because they kept on defending the Tiger King. And you're like, you're part of the problem, right? At this point,
Yeah,
you're making it worse. Apparently, Penguin Zero, Critical, they actually went up to the Tiger King Ranch back before all this hit off because they're both in Florida.
yeah.
And they said the place was an absolute dive of I mean, we all saw it. It was derelict and falling apart, and clearly run by people, most of whom were over their head. It's like if we were be thrown in charge of looking after tigers,
I want some
John Morgan might want to try that. We'll see how long he lasts, right?
Well, you know they're actually making a film on Peacock. Yeah.
Good name.
About the Tiger King. And the chick that's playing Carol Baskin, I think will do a good job. She's Saturday Night Live girl. She's the one that's got she's pretty blonde, she's got big eyes. I can't think of her name though. I think she'll do a good job because she was in that one movie with what's his the Finoculus guy? What's his last name? The one's got the weird last name. Who was in Hangover movies? Zach Galifianakis.
Oh, Zach.
Galifianakis.
Yeah.
Well, she was in a movie with him where she played his wife or going to marry him or something. She played real weird, but yeah, that character kind of reminded me of Carol Baskin anyway, because the way. So I think she'll do a good job playing. And I don't know who's playing Joe Exotic though. I heard Nicolas Cage was at one time, but I'm not sure if it's true.
If he was still on the bit of the chunkier side, I could see. No, I was gonna say Seth Rogen, but I couldn't actually see that working.
Nicolas Cage is playing.
Oh, is he? He'll have the manic
No,
then.
it won't play Joey. Okay. Now this is saying it's going to be on Amazon Prime, but I read one last night that said Peacock, so maybe they're doing 2 movies. Like, I don't know. So I don't know. And I just said the F word, so.
You're a jerk.
I opened the door. I enabled you all.
You did.
It's all your
But
fault.
I think it's crazy and it's kind of silly and stupid on it. But to me, it's just such an interesting. It's such a weird world that I did get interested in it.
Most of us did, especially because it happened just as the lockdown started. Do you remember?
Oh,
it was
perfect
it was perfect storm. Perfect
for
storm.
them. Perfect timing for them. The most popular documentary of all time.
Is that still holding up, or?
Yep, as far as I know.
That makes
most
me sad in my heart.
It's really the most successful one.
Ken Burns is kicking over his numerous awards.
even though I watched the documentary today, and I've watched a movie about it before and other stuff, but have you guys ever heard of White Boy Rick?
What'd you say?
White Boy Rick. You ever heard of White Boy Rick?
Yeah.
White Boy Rick was back when crack first started getting popular and started selling. White Boy Rick in Detroit became one of the only white people who was slinging rock, right? But the thing about it is, he was 14 years old and got recruited by the FBI at 14 years old to go undercover. And then when they dropped him, the FBI dropped him as an informant. He kept doing it, and so they arrested him at 16. And he spent like 30 years in prison.
Surprise, surprise.
The system failed this kid all the way around. I mean, it really did. But yeah, they did, and they messed. It's a really interesting documentary.
Oh my! I think. Do you remember American Dad? Seth MacFarlane's slightly better than Family Guy show. It's. I think they had a joke about that where he was literally selling like Roger was I think it was Grey Boy Rick. So I guess that's where the reference was from. I guess.
Well, yeah. Well, there's been a lot of like rappers who use a white boy, and the thing about it is he was screwed over by the Detroit government too, because they were very, very crooked. The mayor and all that shit. However, he wasn't this kingpin that they planned him out to be. They said he was this kingpin. He was fucking so low on the ladder, nobody really knew the fuck he was. But
he was the fall guy, wasn't he?
He was the scapegoat, yeah, and he really was. And I tell you what, I did
Ladies and gentlemen, if you let the government use you, you'll end up their patsy as your reward. Keep that in mind.
And I did not know this, but you remember the movie Beverly Hills Cop, right? Hold up a second. Hold up a second.
You hold up. How dare you tell us what to do?
Shabby,
Yeah, babe.
I love you.
Like in a you want to fuck me really good kind of way?
More in a platonic sort of way. But yeah, a little bit fucking because I'm into that sort of creepy ass shit.
That's cool. Yeah, we can plant stuff too while we fuck. I don't
Trubisky,
care.
my cousin's a kind of a fan of you, Trubisky.
Tell her to fuck off.
It's a him.
Or tell him to fuck off.
He said fuck off.
He's
Does he
very
like
scared by his
he
fans.
he better like my TikTok.
You
Okay?
better like your TikTok.
Yeah.
He said like his TikToks. Nobody likes your TikToks.
Like
No.
one of his
You don't
songs.
like your big TikToks, man. Let's be honest.
Only I like my TikToks. I need more people.
I don't like
I'll
your
like your
TikToks.
TikTok. As long as you
Hey.
put them on Twitter because I'm not going on TikTok.
I seen his TikTok today where you were actually making fun of the dude that had the thing.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I
Yeah.
was. Fuck the guy. This
You
shit's
know that could
stupid.
get you in trouble, right?
I was thinking that a little bit when I uploaded it,
Yeah.
but it's,
and
I
then
still
got in
love
trouble.
it. It's still funny.
I went to TikTok jail for making fun of fucking Wolf Vicky.
Yeah, that was yeah. The dumbest one I think was your wiener thing. Especially since like it was stupid. It was
It's majestic.
dude. It's so dumb.
Majestic.
It is so dumb that the guy was cooking wieners on a barbecue, and then
Yeah.
after he replies like, "Oh, I want to put your wiener in my mouth," and that
Yeah.
got taken down. Even though he's cooking
Yeah.
up wieners on a barbecue in the thing, it's like what the
What
fuck?
Get taken down for? It couldn't be suggested.
Harassment or whatever.
Harassment.
Yeah.
Harassment.
That's the dumbest shit ever.
But you, even if you were taking it at face value, you were technically praising the man's wieners.
Yeah.
But how do you
yeah.
want to look at it?
Plus, they were literal
love
wieners.
I
This
think
is
wieners
stupid.
are awesome.
Who doesn't love
I
a
love
big wiener?
wieners.
Oh
But that's
God!
like the 5th time. I've been in TikTok jail like 5 times.
So how is it any better than YouTube then if they keep putting you in jail?
It's nice because it's like I've started getting into it too, and I see why Pimp likes it. It's just like you go through and
I'm
you
looking
watch
for
different.
reasons, not more talk. Reasons why? What do you like about it?
You make these tiny little comedy skits that I think for people like me and Pimp, it's just like it's really easy to think of these little things. It's not like a whole
Yeah.
5-minute long YouTube video or
I
10
guess I
minute
need to
long.
watch yours. I see what Pimp does.
It's-
I've seen it on the Twitters and it makes me laugh.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
What do
it's
you
just
do?
one little skit. What do I do? Touch
Yeah,
my
what do you
anus.
Tries to
Yeah.
copy Pimp. That's what he
I
does.
try to copy Pimp.
Yeah,
I don't know. You can go look at my TikTok and see what
Do you-
I
do you
post.
react? Him
I
reacting
see
to other
what you're
videos?
doing. I know. I honestly see what you're doing. You're trying your own little thing with and that's cool. Me personally, I like doing the stitches, right? Because I like to react to people, but you have to be real careful doing stitches, or you get in trouble. You get in trouble.
Yeah, I'm just
So-
whatever comes to mind when I'm looking at stuff that I like.
Every once in a
end up doing.
while on Instagram. Sorry, every once in a while on Instagram, PIMPMUNK's face will show up silently saying something in a sea of pictures of girls in bikinis shaking their asses.
That's
for me,
hot.
it's like a sea of bikini asses, and suddenly like PIMPMUNK's like
You're
This is
in.
what the Pimp
That's
brings
hot.
you.
silently saying.
Well, I've been posting them. I've been posting most of them on Instagram because a lot of people are starting to get like really popular on Instagram. So I thought, and as a content creator, I think that you should use every avenue you can as a content creator. And so that's one reason I do the TikTok. And if anything else comes out, I'll use it too. Because the only thing I refuse to do is Snap thing or whatever the fuck it is.
Snapchat.
Snapchat?
Snap. No, I guess that's what it is. I don't do that.
That's the app you're talking about. You're talking about the
Yeah.
app where.
Yeah, the app.
Yeah,
outlet,
I have
yeah.
it. I have it, but I never have like posted on it. I've only ever talked to people on it, and then now I don't ever use it now. I don't give a flying fuck about it.
I tried it years ago and I didn't like it. So I said, fuck it. But I think it's changed a lot. I don't know. I haven't used it, but I don't like it. I think you should, like I said, I think you should use every avenue you can, and don't do shit you don't like. But I'm not gonna go on like Republican fucking conservative websites and do shit.
Just go on Trump's new social media. What was it, Freedom or something?
Yeah, you should do that. I'm not, 'cause I just won't fit. But yeah, I like it. And like I said, like Shabby said, it's quick and you can be clever. Go ahead.
What was
I
it?
thought you were gonna say something.
I think I was gonna say something. Kind of forgot. But I'm liking getting into TikTok though. I started getting a lot more into it the last week.
It's fun, and you can make money at it if you get to a certain amount of followers. 10,000 followers. I think you can start monetizing, and I'm still a while away, but I'm like 3,500 or something like that.
That's so good.
Yeah.
I just hit
I'd be
32.
curious about. Whoa, catching up. You're gonna pick up your game. Ooh, now would be a good time for drama between the two of you. A war.
Yeah.
TikTok war.
I was thinking it would be
Maybe
funny
sponsor
for
us
me
sometime.
to react to one of Pimp's videos and fuck with him, like just act like I don't know who he is. Like, who's this fucker or whatever? He looks.
Oh, if they don't
like,
know you're on, a lot of them might not know you're on YouTube, so they might take it legit. And
Yeah,
be like,
yeah.
Oh
Most of-
shit, these two are on each other.
Yeah, do it, Shabby. I'll flag you and get you.
You douche. I'm gonna say that I want to suck your wiener.
But you
I
do.
Well, yeah, and I want TikTok to know about it. I want everybody to know.
I have a question to PIMPMUNK, and it's about TikTok. What's the whole like ratio? How between like the younger generation? Because to me, TikTok is a bunch of kids doing weird dances.
It used to be that, and that's the thing. And some people still think that. But last year when the pandemic happened, right? Adults were sitting around and had shit to do. They found the app. They found TikTok, and then that's when it became one of the most popular apps because adults started using it. Now you got, and just like with YouTube and any other place, you got communities. You got cooking communities where they do quick recipes. You got the teenage bopping dancers, and what it is you find the videos you like and you hit the little heart button, right? And that's what they'll put on your For You page. That's mostly what they'll recommend is the type of video you like the most. Like mine, most of the videos I see are dancing black chicks because I'm dancing chicks.
Going really far outside your wheelhouse, man. Telling us a lot about yourself you've never told before.
Yeah, but now I also been getting into some other shit lately because I've been trying to find shit that I can react to, right? So I'll start liking all kinds of things where I can react. And you got Jeff Holiday on there. Him and he does he reacts to a lot of the anti-vaxxers and shit like that. And him and Memory's got a thing where they're posting clips of their streams and stuff up too. So it's pretty cool there.
Egghead's got some stuff going up there as well, doesn't he?
Egghead's got a lot of
Yeah.
stuff.
Got some cringy
Yeah,
stuff up there.
Jeff's really big into it as well, and it's a lot of YouTubers are starting to use them. Hell, Boogie used them. A lot of people, fucking the popular guys, Mr. B. Everybody's using it because it's the new thing. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
It's not. Some people say, "Well, it's gonna be like Vine." No, it's not. It's too popular to be like Vine. Vine was popular, but it never reached that fucking level of popularity.
Yeah, it was kind of. As far as I can tell, the way you're describing it, Instagram started off as like the successor to Vine, but it just became its own thing as it quickly expanded. Which that shows a sign of a healthy app, but it's still who owns TikTok?
As far as I know, some Chinese people.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's right. It's not like one of those companies that was under investigation for like
Yes, it
okay,
was.
yeah.
I see. You know, Trump trying to get it shut down.
I remember Philip
He
DeFranco talking
hated.
about all this.
He hated TikTok, dude. And see, the one reason he hated TikTok so much because a lot of the Gen Z kids on TikTok and the K-pop kids, right? They trolled him, and that big Oklahoma thing he was supposed to do, and he thought he had millions of people going to show up because a bunch of TikTokers reserved millions and thousands of seats. And then when he got there, it was like 100, 200, 400, 500 people or something.
He'd be lucky
And,
if he got those numbers now. Jesus.
yeah, and so yeah, it was. He was pissed, and so he tried to shut TikTok down.
I remember the backlash of TikTok when they tried to shut it down. Like the amount of kids who were like screaming, like, "Oh my God, this is my whole life." In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, "You're like 15, you'll be fine." But
Well, to be honest with you, I used to hate TikTok when the first year, well, not the first year, but the last time I was at VidCon, a bunch of TikTokers did, and it was all, and that's what it was, dancing teenies, right? And that's all the app was at the time. But now it's different. It's just different now. It's got you dancing teenies, but some of the most popular YouTubers, TikTokers aren't even. I mean, they're fucking comedians and shit. You know, doing funny shit.
I do see a lot of variety on it, and I like that to the point where I recognize now the layout where it has a bunch of text and maybe has like a text to speech, and then it cuts something else. Because we end up watching this stuff on, like, say, Bearded Ramblings, or I watch it on a YouTube Short. That's another thing. Isn't YouTube Short kind of a response
That's what YouTube's trying to be TikTok. Yeah,
Yeah.
YouTube. It's not going to succeed.
Maybe not, but you know what? It's a nice alternative to going through the original thing. It almost reminds me of the old days on YouTube where you could just constantly hit refresh button and then a new video would pop up. You remember those dark days?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
actually wish it would succeed because it seems like the shorts are getting more shares than the other thing, regular stuff.
And yet, apparently, according to a lot of creators who do shorts regularly, not just updates like the way I do them, it actually costs them views. Like the algorithm doesn't like them for some reason. A lot of YouTubers I've heard said that, and they're like, it actually like people have unsubbed after they see a short. Like it's somehow magically obnoxious. So maybe it is on a group scale for individual streamers. Like who knows? But apparently, it's toxic to some people.
YouTube is toxic.
Amen. I'm learning.
I don't fucking like the site anymore. I haven't liked the site in years, but in the last few months.
Well, they did you very dirty. They did you very.
Yeah, they did. They did. And the last few months, though, a lot of people's been getting like really weird stuff happening. You know, subs been taken away again. Everybody's losing views for some reason. Ben showed some shit the other night. Shabby, you remember that shit they showed?
Oh, yeah, I heard about it like a day before he actually talked about it, but because some can't remember the YouTuber, but someone talked about it. But yeah, it's it has to do with whether your channel has too many yellow monetization symbol things on it. If you have too much of those, then it makes your channel like they hold back your channel with having certain stuff.
Is that
Yeah,
does
but
the
I've heard
moratorium
that.
on
I've
that?
heard stuff going on recently on physics channels, on my music channels. Like, I don't understand how physics channels are falling into this. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, Physics Girl and Veritasium, like, they're starting to have
Copyright
problems.
music, maybe? Do they
They're
use copyright
huge
music?
YouTubers. What's up?
Do they use copyrighted music? Because that's my main
No, they're
concern.
very careful. They're big and they've been out there for a long time.
But here's the thing: back in their early days, because you can get a strike years after the thing is uploaded. Happened to me just a few weeks ago. One of my first ever live streams, I had like some music played for like 20 minutes, or not 20 minutes, obviously, but like a few minutes, and then I'm like, oh shit. But
You would think that but these people would normally be on what I would think would be like an untouchable list.
no, you need to have like billion. You have to have millions. Of
Physics Girl and
followers.
Veritasium, they're huge channels.
Yeah, but
Veritasium
we're
is, for
talking
sure.
about like level of like who'd be one of the bigger YouTube. I don't want to say something to show my age, like fucking
Mr.
yeah.
Beast.
All right, let's go with Mr.
No.
Beast. I think Mr. Beast is currently untouchable, but then you see like Critical, like Charlie, like he's the next tier under. He gets YouTube fucking him over all the time, and he's had conversations with what's her name, Susan Wojcicki, and he follows game theory and movie theory. They've been struck down. The algorithms fucked them over. I don't think there is. I think YouTube has like lost control of the algorithm in a lot of respects.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
Even if they want to change it. I think
it's, I don't know, dude. It's crazy. Like, you can't talk about certain, you can't say certain things yet. YouTube has moved, like, you can't talk about the R word, right? When rape, let's fucking say it, rape. You can't talk about rape. However, there's movies on YouTube where rape happens.
Yeah. Oh, here's a great example. I was on I just watched the Sopranos prequel movie, The Many Saints of Newark, and I got onto when I was drinking, I got onto a very Soprano clips. You know, all the great parts of it. Like you just find the clip that sticks in your head.
Yeah.
You watch that. There was a scene where they found out that Big Puss is gay, and they're all coming to the strip club. The girls' tits aren't censored. They're just there swinging on the pole. The tits are on display. I'm like, YouTube didn't take this down, and I suddenly realized if I were to show this on my stream, yeah, what the fuck is up with this? Where does the line stop?
It's so weird. I don't know what to do. And the thing about it is, YouTube was started for this shit. YouTube was started to be different than television, to be different than movies, for raw, uncut, unedited bullshit. That's what YouTube was about. And now it's I don't know. It upsets me.
I really wish we did have a real alternative, but all the alternatives quickly become alt-right fucking hangouts.
It does, and the reason that is, well, one reason it is because people don't follow the content creator with these other sites. Because people are, you know, it's the devil, you know, right? People are used to YouTube, so they stick with YouTube. You know, a lot of people thought D-Live was going to be the next big thing because PewDiePie did a thing with it. Well, that didn't become a big thing.
Nope. You remember Mixer?
Yeah, Mixer was, you know.
I still have a copy of Age of Empires that when you booted it up for the longest time, even after Mixer was gone, it was like, log into Mixer to get these great perks. It was like, I looked at that the day Mixer officially declared bankrupt. Like, it was cancelled. It was
damn.
Yeah, I wish Mixer didn't disappear too, because I actually liked that when it was around. I was doing really good on there. I was growing by like 10 followers a stream on average, I'd say.
Hey,
maybe 5 to 10.
It'd be nice to have an alternative, right? You got Twitch, you got Mixer, and then Twitch, you got YouTube, and you've got what? Fucking Dailymotion. Now, in all fairness, Dailymotion is a bit like a cockroach. It's not dying. So it's still technically around after all these years. You got to give it respect to that.
Yeah.
Credit. I don't know about respect.
All right, credit. That's a better term. That's a better word. Last time I went on Dailymotion, it was a lot of old, early era YouTube videos re-uploaded by creators and a bunch of like 17-year-old girls listening to copyrighted music and smoking weed while not saying anything at the camera. Like, I'm like, okay, this is Dailymotion? And then I saw something very interesting. Very, very sketchy cryptocurrency people. And you're thinking, oh, well, obviously, YouTube has it worse. So worse.
Well, back to, anytime any kind of product has a monopoly on anything, it ends up fucking up. It ends up like, because we can do whatever the fuck we want. And, you know, and that's what the problem is with YouTube. They do whatever the fuck they want. They fuck over the content creator, and because there is no competitor. There is no real competitor. I wish somebody with a lot of fucking money would do something. But that's what it's going to take. It's going to take somebody like Jeff Bezos to fucking Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna take somebody like that grabs an interest to it. I mean, it's like take professional wrestling for just a second. When WWE had no competition, they got horrible because it didn't have no competition. They didn't care that you wanted to watch wrestling. That's what you had to watch.
Yeah.
Now AEW's coming around with somebody with more money than Vince McMahon. It's starting to get better again. So yeah, it's the same thing. Somebody needs to compete with you two.
On the topic of wrestling, because I've been wanting to ask you for the longest time, do you know who Jim Sterling is?
Jim Sterling. Sounds familiar. Sounds familiar.
Big. Oh, and anyone in the chat? No, I did not misgender for marketing reasons. They still stay as Jim Sterling. They came out not too long ago. And you know, brilliant. I've never seen them more happier. But for the longest time, they were a big WWF, WWE fan. And although they were heavy and not in the best health, they decided to become a sort of like a manager heel, if I'm right. And you know, it was just mostly for show on like very local circuits, like very local circuits. And now they're a character called Stardust, and they're going around like Philadelphia, and they were going around like Georgia, and you should see like some of the shows. And I'm like, they've even done the backyard stuff as well, especially in the early days. But they can do that on the side of it, and apparently a lot of other federations, networks, leagues, whatever the hell you want to call them, they're all around America too. And is it true that like for the past few years, America's been on like a sort of renaissance of like the smaller federations, the leagues? Like it's really branching out from the monopoly that Vince had in the early 2000s and 90s.
Well, the AEW, they have a tremendous female wrestler. Her name is Nyla Rose. Big chick. But yeah, she's and they were the first major company to ever do that. So yeah, and then they have another guy who is openly gay also that wrestles there. So it's changed. But yeah, the independent circuit has gotten bigger because in the last few years because a lot of the workers, a lot of the wrestlers didn't want to. They think the WWE sucks, and they figured out they can make money on their own. So that's the thing. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Because
go ahead.
My knowledge of wrestling ended after was it the Attitude Era, NWO, Triple H, that sort of stuff. That's kind of where
for a long time I stopped watching after the Attitude Era.
I remember the earliest days of Rey Mysterio when he came in like in a very early match, and like he was just like a nobody, and then he started getting like character roles, and he started getting like pairings and started getting belts, and I was like, okay, cool, but I've got other things in my life to do. So I went off, and next minute I know there's these characters called the fucking Vaudevillains, and who the fuck is this John Cena motherfucker? Wrestling's still a thing? Or why are so many people talking about it? You know, like,
John Cena's getting big in the movies now, so
another one bites the Hollywood bullet, huh?
Yeah,
I don't blame him too. He's not a bad wrestler.
Look at The Rock. Look at The Rock. He sucks as a wrestler. I hate John Cena.
Sorry. My bad. He's not a bad actor. He's actually fallen into a sort of like there's a niche for him in Hollywood. And
look at The Rock, man. The Rock's the biggest fucking star in the world.
Dwayne.
Yeah, but he earned that shit.
Yeah, he did.
The movies he's in have been solid. Like
he didn't earn all his muscles though. That's for sure.
I mean, I can't complain. He's like that good combination too of like really buff, but not so much to be shaped like a uterus and weird looking.
Well, he's
pushing
wait,
it.
You don't think that he doesn't look?
Oh, he's roaring to
you. He somehow magically maintains his approachableness which most of them don't for me.
Well, Trubisky approach. I mean, look at Trubisky's body. It's perfect.
Yeah, I could totally hang out in the Scooby Doo van with that dude.
I mean,
We could
Trubisky.
make big tall sandwiches together.
Yeah, Trubisky can almost make a muscle.
I could carry
Show
a bit.
me.
No, I'm shy.
Shabby looks like he's the trainee at a deli. I don't know why. I know, right? And I'm thinking of particularly like an East Coast deli I went to, like a New Jersey deli. But like, I walk in the door and Shabby is there with a fucking like a still bright white apron on, and he's like, "Yeah, do you want a sub?"
You want a sub, and then I
What
take
you want?
then I take it in the back and I make it on the ground with my feet, like with the like the one videos that just came out recently. Like that's
Like,
you didn't see those, Pim? The Subway guy that made the sandwiches on the ground, and he posted, and he posted it online, and then there was something with the way I think he recorded something that gave off like where he was at, and then he got in trouble, so that he got caught. But
Goddamn.
I'm surprised none of you guys heard of that. It was like a couple weeks ago. Damn.
I have not.
I'm gonna look this up now.
It was at Subway.
Ooh, Subway. I have not seen it. That's disgusting.
Yeah, if you just type in like Subway making sandwiches on the ground or whatever, you'll see it.
I bet that Subway's getting sued.
Maybe he doesn't have hands. Maybe you're just judging him, but the floor is set up and sanitized so that he can make sanitized feet because he doesn't have hands.
No, wait a minute. I think the disabled should get jobs, but not making sandwiches.
Oh, you judge now. Fuck.
If they ain't got no fucking arms, they shouldn't
Judge
make
that poor
sandwiches.
armless man for making sandwiches with his feet.
Eat Fresh. Subway worker shares disgusting video of himself stepping in food, meat, and slices. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Wait, that was the 17th.
What did you find?
Subway worker shares disgusting video of himself stepping in food, meat slices on the toilet and salad poured over the floor.
I did see that. Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, I was joking about them making sandwiches with their feet, but he did step
I did see
around.
that. Yeah, he put the meat on the fucking toilet seat and shit, right? Yeah, I seen that.
Make your own food, people.
Here's the thing. Why do these stupid son of bitches put that shit on internet? They know they're gonna get in trouble.
Some don't care, and some even might lean in on it. We're in an age now where, like, consequences. We live in an age when the COVID started. People went into stores and licked fucking ice cream and then put it back on the shelves.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember
fucking
that shit?
You're gonna go viral and you'll be famous, and then you can sell sneakers and be branded.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And that's what you get famous for now.
There was that one rapper, dude, Trubisky, you talked about it a minute ago. They went around fucking stealing shit and doing all kind of stupid shit, and now he's famous for it.
Yeah, what's his name? He became a rapper. Somebody in Boom Gang. Yeah, that stupid bastard. He made a bunch of videos of him like going into Krispy Kreme and then just hopping over the counter, grabbing a thing of donuts, and then just walking out on like, and then having his buddy record it, and then going and doing all that like that at all sorts of different fast food places, and it's like that's like another thing he did was he went into like grocery stores and then he like. I think he poured laundry detergent all over the ground, and then he'd they'd slide in it and shit, and record it. Yeah, and that's what got this guy famous and big on the internet.
That's why.
Being a total piece of shit in public got him famous.
There's this guy on TikTok went around and he was accidentally poking Walmart, but he was doing it on purpose. Poking a Walmart employee, female employees, in the ass. And they jump around like, hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry. But he was recording that shit.
What
And
a
now
weirdo.
he's in all kind of trouble.
Good. He's an
That's
idiot for doing that.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
you can't. I mean, people do anything to get fucking famous, dude.
More than one
Anything.
have died. Do you remember that couple that shot themselves with the
I was
gun? With
just
the
gonna
gun?
bring that up. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I put the
that was like,
photo on this chat. Yeah.
yeah. What was it? A Desert Eagle, and she pulls the trigger because he's like, "No, bullets aren't that bad," and he fucking dies. And she was pregnant with his child. Like, for
Yeah.
God's sake.
Were they? What
Like,
was
this is
happening? Were they playing?
No,
What?
he put a phone book or something on his chest.
Oh,
Right?
that
a Bible, I
thingy.
think it was.
Oh.
And when it's supposed the bullet, they thought the bullet wouldn't go through the fucking book, and then
Yeah.
A fucking Desert Eagle, which can break
uh,
through a car door. Like,
it's just so stupid. And it's like, okay, I was watching TikTok. I even did a fucking reply to this one. Dude wrecked his car, flipped his car, and he was backing out of the car. Look, and he made a fucking TikTok of it. And I just wrecked my car, and I was like, "That's your first thought."
Nah.
Put it on the internet.
Yeah. That's funny.
Something interesting happened in their life.
Yeah,
God.
damn.
Look, I don't know how to
Do you remember-
drive.
Raisin, were you the? Do you remember this? We looked at that woman who she left her camera running in the car when her kid was crying over the animal, and she's like, "No, look at the camera. We need those tears. We need those tears." You remember
Oh
her?
god, they're so creepy. These people are really getting twisted with it.
Yeah, it's nuts, dude. That's insane. But it's like, you know, these motherfuckers, and here's what gets me tickled. Like, this happens a lot on TikTok now. These people get on there and start crying and talking about this, and they'll add sad music to the background and shit. And I'm like, really? This is what, like, I'm, you know, and I'm like, this is so fucking stupid.
Yeah, I was.
And nothing, and me and Shabby bitches about this all the time. And this really irritates me. And this has been happening for years. Happened on YouTube, TikTok, everything. Motherfuckers going around acting like, helping the homeless for clout. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that shit.
That's wrong.
Was it-
Like, I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't want help if I were in that position, but like the last thing I would want would be for
I've
some fucking yachts
been
to come up with
homeless.
a goddamn camera while I'm dealing with one of the toughest parts of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, oh, let me help you, but expose you and take advantage of you on the internet.
buy you a $2.50 goddamn drinking sandwich, and me make $10,000 fucking video.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let me buy you a McDonald's meal so I can make a bunch of money.
I got in an argument with somebody on YouTube one time about that. They said, well, they're trying to, bring awareness to the problem. I said, then why didn't they monetize it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think
Is there a link to a homeless shelter in that video's description?
Exactly. Most of it's not. There's nothing. Go ahead, Sam.
I was just gonna say it can be done in a good way, but for the most part, I'm sure most of those people are just greedy fuckers who are just trying to take advantage of people. It would be nice to build or see a person build up a nice channel where all the donations and all the monetization is just going towards. Yeah, I would take it that they exist and good ones, instead of just greedy people that are trying to get to more subscribers and fill their pockets up more and get another Lambo or whatever the fuck.
I've seen a couple on TikTok. This is kind of cool. What is that Venmo thing where you get money like kind of like Cash App or whatever? But people go around doing the Venmo and like going to these restaurants and tip these fucking waitresses and stuff like thousands of dollars. Which I think that's cool, right?
Unless you're in one of those places that won't accept a tip past a certain amount. Have you seen those stories?
Yeah.
Pieces of shit where the manager won't let it happen. But I remember, wasn't there this streamer who, correct me if I'm wrong, it was like caught that they were like handing them like homeless people they found on the street really expensive. I don't know what, but they were expensive. Then once the camera was off, they took them back.
Yeah, I remember something about that. Yeah.
Anyone in the chat wants to fill in the blanks? Because I'm just
I can't
awake and I'm
remember what.
drinking.
I also remember that one dude who got busted because the people he was showing that's supposed to be homeless wasn't. It was his friends, and they were making the shit up.
Um, that reminds me of when I was living in Dublin, up near where I used to spend most of my childhood, up near Swords, near Dublin Airport. There's this huge major turnoff pass, so there's a lot of traffic early in the morning, major fog up, standard stuff.
You loud coughing
And
bitch. Okay, go ahead.
plenty of coughing bitches, hundreds of them, thousands. They're all very, very attractive. Hi, Raisin. Um, so
Attractive.
attractive. But this when they were waiting there, there's a person with crutches would come up and knock on the windows and handle notes, and this is standard fare because it happens all over the
Yeah.
world, saying that like I need help, blah blah blah. Could you give me money? The
Yeah.
second the traffic log ended, they would just drop the crutches and walk over and buy some food and then grab a cab and head back home. And they went on for that for years, and they became so ubiquitous. People would actually get out of their car, and one person even tried to take their crutches away. And the only problem with that was because other homeless people had heard that it was success, some real crutches came around, and I never saw it, but I heard the after effect. This is the end of it all. Someone with genuine crutches was just like their crutches were nicked right from them and they just fell straight forward because obviously cripples. Yeah, in the middle of a packed street. Just because of this one motherfucker set a bad example for the rest of them.
Well, a couple years ago, I was watching on YouTube a news clip from a news where they busted this woman who she was out, she was out, with a little tin cup or whatever, getting money and all this stuff, and they caught her going across like 2 or 3 other parking lots, getting in her Mercedes Benz.
That happens all the time in Philly. Happens all the time in Philly. It's
But
unfortunate.
you have to be careful now. There is, but we don't need to let those assholes, kind of get us away from the problem. Because here in America, I don't know how it is in Ireland or whatever, but here in America, that is the biggest secret that everybody knows about and nobody gives a fuck about. It's the homeless. It's horrible. It is.
You are talking to someone who has been homeless in America for a few days. Don't forget that. I just got to experience that firsthand. Yeah, that was scary. And I got to see the homeless shelter. In fact, I was talking to, of all people, Origin of Language earlier today, and I put a post. I know. I posted a link, the Jon Stewart latest thing last week tonight, and he was talking about homelessness. And I'm like, hey guys, if you ever want to have a really good look at this. He did a decent job, and John's like, I don't listen to media if it's mainstream, and I wanted to punch that motherfucker in the face. How fucking dare you, you piece of shit. I posted this with the approval of somebody who has a New York homeless shelter stuck to his fucking Cork Board of Curiosities over there. Like the paperwork you get. He got it down to a T. It's a scary experience. And it is just a place you go to not freeze to death in the winter and hopefully get some sleep. And they recorded a woman who was around.
Maybe.
No, it depends on the person they put you in a room with. I got very lucky. Very cool young guy named by Mohammed. He was so friendly, so nice. He actually taught me how to set up my bloody safe, because he said, if you're going to be here we have the time to, I'll be there for a whole month. I'm gonna need to know this, because after he was gone, God knows who was else there. He was very nice. I got him a whole thing of chewing gum, because it's kind of like prison. You need stuff to trade. He didn't smoke, so I was like, well, here you go. You might find some use out of this, and I've got to go in the next 24 hours, because apparently your government has no problem sending me home, but not finding a home for you, even though you're a fucking citizen. Okay. Bye, America.
We got issues when it comes to homes. There's no doubt about it. And the thing about it is, we do not give a fuck about our mentally disabled people. I mean, because most of the homeless people are mentally, right, fucked up. Mm-hmm. And then they be throwing crazy people in prison and shit over here, right? Which prison guards, correction officers aren't trained to fucking deal with fucking mentally disabled people, but yet they have to do that every day now. So we don't give a fuck about people over here, and we need to change that shit. And I blame people like Raisin.
Yeah, well, that's because I'm crazy, and that's a lot of a big part of what happened with our homeless situation, and not all of it, but a big part of it that's not like just the economic thing is the psychiatric patients. When they
Yeah.
shut down the big hospitals, like there's a big one here, Byberry, that just got shut down. They placed maybe a sixth of the residents. And a lot of the people that got placed still got turned out of where they went shortly after they got there. They got to stay for maybe like a month. These were lifelong residents, people
Uh,
who cannot function in society, and they just took them out and dropped them off
It's
and said,
why
"You're
anytime
okay
you go
now."
to Skid Row, anytime those documentaries or those exclusive looks at the seedy underbelly of LA, and it cuts to like those tent cities, and
Yeah.
it goes to them, and a lot of them are some of them are veterans, and they've got
Yep. There's a lot of
PTSD,
that going on
and
too.
that's a big problem right there, the
Yup.
yeah,
veterans.
Another huge part of it.
they never got the treatment they needed. They never got the help they needed because the VA tries, but it's overwhelmed all the time, and
That
sometimes
those
it doesn't
tent
try.
cities got particularly huge after the housing bubble. The in 2008, they blew up. They were the size that
Mhm.
they hadn't seen in decades.
And
So
it's getting.
it's not
Is it
gotten
like
any
a
better.
third of LA currently homeless, or
Oh,
is it a
that's
fifth?
awful. I really hope that's
Huge.
not true.
I don't
Yeah.
think
Oh,
it's
it's
is it that
absolutely.
bad?
Ugh.
Let's find out. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
click
look
on
that up.
because I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to say, but it's a massive amount.
Oh, there's a lot of
How
homeless in LA. I've been to LA
many
several times, and there's a lot of homeless there.
people are in LA? All. There are currently at least 63,706 people experiencing homelessness. That's on record.
That's a
Uh,
lot.
Los Angeles, according to the LAHSA in 2020, a 13% increase from 2019. Count was cancelled due to COVID, but it's scheduled to resume in 2022. That number is going to go up because of all the landlord bullshit. That number is going to go up.
Yeah.
LA can be an incredibly shit place to live in terms of like dive apartments and fucking slums, but and projects and all that horrible shit. But with that includes shitty landlords who will kick people to the curb because of COVID. So
Yeah. You got Skid Row. I guess Skid Row's still a thing over in LA. What they call Skid Row.
mm,
It's nothing but a fucking street of homeless and drug addicts and all that shit.
yeah,
As far as I watched a documentary on Skid Row one time. It's very crazy, and I agree with you there, John Lewis. I hate when people assume homeless people are drug addicts or criminals. There's some people who just fall in hard times and can't get out of it.
a lot of mothers with children after the financial bubble. Ireland was hit hard because of our terrible banking policies. We kind of overinflated how important we were on the global stage, and it kind of kicked us in the teeth. Long story, but afterwards, a lot of people lost their homes, and a lot of people end up in a lot of mothers with kids, young kids,
That's the
end
reason
up.
I love strip clubs. I support single mothers.
Oh yeah, 100%. We don't have the
Yeah,
luxury of a massive strip club industry, and frankly, that doesn't really solve the issue. It just it makes it a little more pleasant, I guess, for the person watching. But
well,
other than that,
here's one of our serious problems, and I was talking about the mental health earlier. We all are very, very generous and very, loving and empathetic to kids who have mental problems. But those kids grow up and they
mm,
become adults, and
has to be.
that's when it becomes a problem because people forget about the adults that are autistic and something. It's a big problem.
I
It's
mean,
a
Yeah.
that's. I'm lucky that my country gives me money each week because I was born, frankly, broken, and I don't want to hear anyone in the chat saying being Asperger's is just a different way of thinking. No, trust me, I've tried to work, and unless it's very loose and I'm allowed to have my own time to do whatever I
Mhm.
want, I can't compete. I can't handle
Well,
it.
yeah, and it's wrong anybody would say that to you. We all have our problem. I mean, dude, look, I mean, I came out recently, openly, talked about something that happened to me the other day, right? I've been put on Zoloft because I suffer from depression. And you know, it's the reason I came out of that because you know, in case any the fucking trolls want to try to get a hold of it and try to use it against me. So I said, fuck it, I'll just get. But we all have our issues, and to like judge someone for it is fucking ridiculously bad. Now I may make a joke because you know. You are crazier than hell. You're an Irishman, but it ain't your Asperger's. It's your fucking Irishmanness.
And my incredible sense of self-importance. Because I'm also quite a narcissist as well.
Well, dude, honestly, I've said this a million times. People say, if you are a content creator, you do have a tad bit of narcissism in you.
You gotta own up to it early and often, or else people will try to use that against you. And you'll be like, no, I'm not. You've got whole logos with your face on it, your name's plastered everywhere.
Yeah. Dude, you sell t-shirts with your fucking face on it. Exactly. Look, I've admitted forever that I'm a bit of a narcissist. I am. I think my shit don't stink sometimes.
You're giving back with your narcissism. I'm giving back with narcissism. Shabby's giving back with your narcissism. Raisin, you're putting your tentative steps, your feet in the water for the first time in the realm of narcissism.
Well, she suffers from a disability.
You're just making me want to sign off right now.
But
sign off, go out, touch grass. I don't know. Join a book club or something.
It's just how far you go with your narcissism is the problem. Some people don't know when to cut it off, right? That's, you know.
And you gotta keep it in proportion too. I mean, the amount of people, a lot of people who go after you, I noticed, they're the smallest people. They're smaller than fucking me in some cases, and they want to come after you. And I'm like, and they're thinking like, I'm a bastion of truth, putting a light over the horrible things that PIMPMUNK does, and you're like, what the fuck is wrong with? Don't you have a pet? Do you have any friends?
Yeah. But see, the thing about me, I have anything that come out with, if it's the truth, I admit it. You ass raisin. I admit all my fucking flaws.
I mean, you could have kept a lot of this shit hidden, and it probably wouldn't have been hidden by this point. But other things, like you could have easily.
What?
There is that one thing.
What's the one thing you talk about?
You know, the one where you pretend like you didn't intentionally dry the cat.
Oh my god. It was an accident, people.
Oh my god, you are not Shabisky. That doesn't work for you.
It was an accident.
But
there
it
you
was
see,
an
that's how you
accident.
do it. That's how you do it.
It was an accident.
I gotta fix this damn blur here. What the fuck?
I thought that was
yeah,
just my
technical
thing.
problems.
Right.
He's got his lawyer slightly
Just
off
kind of
screen.
go like this, and there you go.
No,
Okay.
yeah, I know. Anyways, what she's talking about is I accidentally put a cat in the dryer one time. It was an accident.
Oh yeah.
But no, I mean, most of my shit is out there, dude. I've talked about my
Did
used to be in
you
it.
or did you not start the dryer?
I started the dryer.
Was the cat or was the cat not permanently damaged from said drying?
The cat was permanently damaged. That's some bitch. You know how cats are always graceful and they walk. That's some bitch be standing on the windowsill and just fall over. After that shit, that motherfucker had it was
down
on
ball just rolling around. They didn't walk anymore.
Well, see, and my wife swore to God I did it on purpose, but I didn't.
You did.
I hated the cat. I ain't gonna lie, I hated that fucking cat, but I didn't do it on purpose.
Cat killer.
Now, in hindsight, if you had the chance to do it again, would you, or would you stop it from happening?
Probably do it again.
Yeah, you said it yourself. You're being honest, so we might as well. There's no shame here.
No,
There's much
really
judgment, but no shame.
I would never hurt an animal on purpose, but that was funny though. But the dryer door was open. I shut the fucking dryer door and I turned it back on. I did
Did
not
it have a
realize-
glass window? Could you see the cat like
No.
bouncing about and said, "Oh"?
No, I went into the kitchen. He was washing dishes, and I heard "Bulu-bulu, bulu-bulu," and I thought, "Oh, she threw shoes in the dryer." That's what I thought. And then I went "Bulu-bulu, bulu-bulu" a couple more times, and I went, "Oh, fuck!" And I ran in and I realized what happened. And I opened up the door, and if you've ever smelled hot cat shit, it is the nastiest smell in history. It's worse than dead children, I tell you, the smell.
He knows the smell of dead children.
And I know the smell of dead children, sir.
Hey, we've all turned back when they're screaming, "Daddy, Daddy, the flames are getting higher, Daddy," and you're like, "It's gonna be okay, honey. I'm gonna go out and get some cigarettes," and then never go out. I don't smoke, but I am walking away.
Yeah, but when I pulled that cat out, this just tongue was hanging out his mouth. And cross-eyed. Yeah.
How could you do it?
But it
How
lived.
could you do it?
It lived.
How could you do it?
I didn't do it on purpose. I wish I'd do you. And
It's
Jesus
the
will.
second hour.
And Jesus will.
It's
It is the second hour. What are we doing the second hour, Shabisky?
We demand.
That's right. That's when I tell you to give us money, and you do so in the description below. We have a Patreon. $5 above a month will get you the movie nights, which we will be doing this Saturday night. Since it is the month of Thanksgiving, that also means that we're going to do a theme. We try to do themes. So we're going to watch one of my favorite movies of all time, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Love that. Yeah, love this movie. And I actually watched it the other day. I don't care. I'll watch it again with you guys. So, yeah, make sure you do that. Also, there's a Stream Go. What does the Stream Go set at? I forgot. So is it 60 or 75? 100. Okay, well, help us get as close to that goal as we possibly can. Please, I'm talking to you, John Vega. I'm not going to say anybody's name but John Vega. John Vega. But help us get to that goal. And also, tomorrow on the show, I forget. I asked Jeff Holiday, but he never got back to me. Oh, he got fucking kicked off Twitter. That's why.
That's right. I saw that on Instagram when I was talking about you earlier. I saw it was count suspended. I'm like, what's the?
Yeah, he got kicked. Well, he said something. Okay, you know the let's. Have you guys heard about the "Let's Go Brian" meme?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go, Brian. Then let me explain to you what it means real quick. Apparently, at a NASCAR event a month ago, a few weeks ago, whatever, there's this racer. His name is Brian something. I don't know his fucking name. But the crowd were saying, fuck Joe Biden. That's what they were saying. Fuck Joe Biden. It's NASCAR people. Of course, they're fucking conservatives. So they were saying fuck Joe. They were yelling fuck Joe Biden. He thought they were saying let's go Brian. The Brian guy. So it is funny. But that's how the meme got started. And now that a bunch of Republicans on TikTok and YouTube and Twitter are saying let's go Brian has to say fuck Joe Biden, right? That's what they're saying now. So today, I think it was today or yesterday, Jeff came out with a tweet saying he just discovered that the "Let's Go Brian" meme actually meant that the people eat dog shit or goat shit or some shit like that. Well, people started flagging him because the conservatives started flagging him because he was saying they eat shit, and so he got kicked off Twitter.
But hold on, to quote Legal Eagle, that's something that couldn't be actually held up in court if you took them to court. Like, how could you prove or disprove that they all eat shit, or don't eat shit for that matter? Like, that's legalese. Like that, no, that's the legalese you use when you're in court. Like, I do love Legal Eagle. He's brilliant. You know the term, like, all the popcorn in the world? Going back to actually Jim Sterling, apparently when they were taking the court over the whole digital homicide thing where they're being charged 15 million back in the day, like years and years ago, one of the things that they were brought to court over was that you're not worth all the popcorn in the world. Well, Jim's lawyer pointed out, how could you prove that? Or disprove it, for that matter. That's clearly a case of, like, hyperbolic entertainment. You just kind of toss it out there. There's no... But that's the level of legalese. So, Twitter... Twitter being Twitter should also be like, oh, well, there's no way of proving or disproving all these people eat shit. Now, they are NASCAR Republicans, so I'd say about maybe... I'm going to say a low ball here and say 25% of them eat shit. But you know,
what if the person? Yeah, what if the person that's saying that has a shit fetish? What if there's like it's a positive thing to them? Like,
I enjoy a nice plate of shit every now and
yeah, yeah. Like, Raisin Girl, you look like a nice girl that eats a good turd.
No.
I thought you were going to say you look like a
Like,
light face of shit.
like,
Pimp's a booty licker. Pimp's a booty licker.
then. I am a booty
Hey
licker.
girl,
Yes.
you look
He's the
like
booty
a
licker.
nice plate of
Why
shit.
does this
Oh.
bother you so much for, Raisin? Why does this bother you that I will tongue punch a fart? Why does that bother you?
It's unsanitary.
Huh? No, if it's clean, it's clean.
So,
Well, you said you penetrate, and unless she's like in there with a like
You
a
don't literally
first time
penetrate.
I did. First time I ever tried it on completely on a whim. I was down there anyway, so I was like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, 69, and like just going like on a little bit further up. I had a height difference. I decided, fuck it, okay. And you know what? No taste. She wasn't prepared.
That much difference between look. That's how
So-
far. That's how far the
so
asshole is
what
from
was
the
your
puss.
experience? Did you enjoy it?
They enjoyed it.
That's how far the asshole
We
is from the
enjoyed
puss. Raisin. That's how far the
That's
asshole is
dedication.
from the puss. That's how far the asshole is from the puss.
He knows. He knows.
Mhm.
Now, obviously, don't do it to everyone. Have a level of trust. Have a level of understanding. But for
Yeah.
God damn it, like, it's okay
It's not a
to
big
go
deal.
to Browntown.
It's not a big deal.
So,
Not often.
Okay, it is okay to go to other people's brown town.
Stick my tongue in your bow.
Yeah, you're
What?
saying more about yourself than Etna at this
I'm gonna,
point.
I'm gonna stick my tongue in your bow.
No.
Yeah.
No toe sucking. No butt licking.
Toe suck is awesome.
No, you shrimper. You butthole licking shrimper. You be quiet now. No, this is revenge. You kink shamed me for how long, and then I found out you were a fart box
I'm a
licker.
king though.
You
I mean-
can't kink shame me and then expect me not to make fun of your poop licking.
How's that even a kink?
Well, what do you mean? Mine?
Eating pussy, licking ass is the same fucking thing.
Yeah, actually.
It
I'm
bothers you that I say it.
Sucking nipples. That's another one. Sucking nipples. It's the same principle. You don't mind.
No.
Yeah, no, it 100% is. It's
Mm.
all oral. It all fall. You know what else? Making out. Making out would all fall under the same purview of oral.
That is pretty dirty. People's mouths are pretty filthy.
That is 100%. If you ever have to be terrified of something, making out with someone, especially as a
That's
teenager
a
for your
close
first
second
time.
asshole licking.
Blah, 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 blah. I mean, what did I say? I think I saw scientist Mel say this, that like our asses and our lips are basically just made from the same material, so we are technically just orifices. I mean, we are technically just tubes. So
That doesn't seem too shocking. I mean, yeah.
We've got more bacteria in our mouths, no matter how much we brush,
We
no
are
matter how much
filthy
we
mouths.
floss, than dogs do.
Bitch bit me back in grade school and I had to get a tetanus shot because the doctor said human mouths are filthy.
I almost got someone's finger took off when I got into a fight and I used my teeth. Pimp, you're not the only one who brings all their tools to a fight.
You know, if you handle money, you probably handle more germs than that asshole has.
And always wash your fingers after holding coppers, like pennies and the like, because that shit will fucking build up in your system. Any teller in the bank will tell you that.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tongue punch you for $4, Raisin.
that's hot.
Only if you spank me first.
I'll spank you.
No, really hard, like with paddles and stuff.
Oh, damn.
Well, we'll negotiate.
No,
He
no,
doesn't want to spend money.
no. I have them. See, the thing is, he won't do it. He shames me for my kink, but he wants to be allowed to lick fart boxes guilt free.
You.
You have to.
I just said I'm not into it. I'm not into
You
whipping
said you
people.
couldn't do it,
He's getting
and you made fun of us.
How is
he's
that
getting spin to
shaming,
your
though?
feet.
No, when Elle was around, you told us that we were weird, and that we should stop. And
Bitch,
that
I
that's not
met you.
sex.
I've met you. You are fucking weird. Let's just be honest.
But that's different than saying that that
And
my
never
preference
get
is
into it. Let me
can't
tell you
just
something. Left. Never get into a vehicle with this motherfucker.
Why? Does
What does my
she
driving
hotbot it?
have to
Does she
do?
hotbox it in a different way?
I tasted my own asshole 12 times because I sucked it up in my throat. Because this bitch is
Who was
dangerous.
it, Galen? Galen thought he was a scary driver the one day he was going back and forth with me, and I asked you who's scarier in the car. You said that I was scarier than Galen, and you said that I was scarier than Sketch.
Yeah.
All right. Question: Are you scarier than Billy the Fridge when he was in his Pokemon Go phase driving his car?
I'd
Like,
have to
were
see
you?
a video.
I mean,
Never
he basically like smashed. He claims he never got into a single accident that could be proven.
I've never rode. I've rode with Ben before. I've never rode with Billy. Real quick, though, real quick. I'm not gonna say why, or I'm not gonna get too deep into this. But here on the wood, we do want to say we love you, Gage.
Yeah.
Oh, I
And,
saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not gonna really talk about what happened, but we do love you, Gage. And if you need us, we're here for you, buddy.
Mhm.
And
Tough times.
yeah, tough times. Very tough times. Speaking of tough times, Shabisky, why are you so dumb?
I was born
He's
this
too dumb
way.
to answer the question.
Stop it, guys. Raisin.
Let's talk about
Listen to them
something
pick on
Shabisky's
me.
Let's talk about something Shabisky's interested in for 5 minutes. So how's Fortnite going, Shabisky?
Good. Look at the wax I just opened up here. Guys, see that?
Hey, I asked him something he's interested about, and he changed the fucking subject.
No, he said wax. That's what he's interested in. It's kind of dark though. Like,
If you knew anything about the shabby arc
That's
right
not
now,
dark.
he's big into Minecraft.
No, it's
So-
not focusing. There you
First
go.
of all, let's get this straight. I don't watch this motherfucker.
He only watches me when I poop.
I'll go in there occasionally and throw him a like, but dude,
I try
I
to
just
find these all the time, I guess.
like the other night I sit there and tried. I swear I did. I said, okay, I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna watch him play this fucking game for a minute. I absolutely, for like 5 minutes, I was ready to dig my own eyeballs out. No, because he's good, he's interesting and all that. It's just like the other fuckers talking to him and all this, and that one dude is like bitching and mad because of something. He was like, I'm like, what the fuck?
I
What are you talking about on Shab's channel?
think he's talking about
Yeah.
Trip. I think he's talking about Trip getting mad the other day and stuff.
I was just like, no, this is not for me.
They're a bunch
I
of
mean,
complaining
make it more
bitches
interesting.
sometimes.
I'd rather watch the flaps of Shanty for Christ.
Ugh.
You know what you guys need
You're
to
into
do,
that?
and you've done it. You've done it on tap. Do that trivia game. That one.
We're
Yeah.
actually gonna do this. We're actually gonna be moving to Skype pretty soon, right, Shabisky?
We should probably do that.
We're
On your still?
Should probably do
because didn't Ben explain to you how to do the whole thing with the windows?
Well, there was a problem that I had ran into before that he explained that he figured out the issue too, so that will make it a bit easier for us. But yeah, there's some advantages to using Skype instead of Discord.
Yeah. So we're probably going to do that pretty soon, and we are going to start doing some Jackbox games, and we're also going to one night a week. We're eventually going to start doing one night a week where we do react to videos. We do four nights a week on the show, so it's hard. I don't want to do videos every fucking night, so we're going to do like one night a week or something like that, and then we're going to play Raisin's Pornhub channels.
That's hot.
Yeah, give me just a second.
It's surprisingly tepid. She just it's just a picture of her face. It's like a live stream of her face as she watches porn, but it's all muted. She doesn't touch herself either. She's fully clothed. She's like, every once in a while she'll be like,
And then every now and then
That's
she
not bad.
stands up and says, "Rape is bad."
yeah. Which
Yep.
you know what? That's a hot take, but I'm gonna be the first to say this. I agree. Rape is indeed bad.
You should buy
Yeah,
one of my
and
"Rape is
Tell
bad"
your
shirts.
son.
It depends. You know. I mean, if you're
Context is key.
consensual rape, that's something that I could not
I know.
do. Dude,
I know
can't
you are.
do it.
You want to talk about kinks? I'm a dom, so henceforth I don't mind bringing a hard hand and a fucking power top to a bedroom. I've broken beds before, and not just because I'm not a fat footy. Same. And I didn't plan for that shit either.
47.
Shit just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, you don't go into the Bed Bath and Beyond place and start jumping up and down on the bed.
Well,
That doesn't count.
That's my thing. Okay, you don't judge me.
Oh no!
See?
Oh,
See?
you're
now you know I'm not alone.
You're a latosexual. Nice.
Yeah. No, dude. Look, I'm the dominant person in the bedroom. Now I don't get into like extreme kinky, but that's me.
Oh, extreme kinky.
Yeah, I don't like.
That's a very cute way of saying that.
Well, I don't do it.
Hey, I've been asked to do shit that was totally beyond my wheelhouse. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm okay with that. Thanks, but no thanks. Hell, I had a woman who wanted me to break her fucking face, like with my fist, and I was like, no, that scares the fucking living shit out of me. Red flags, red flags. I think we should see other people. But
The whole rape thing, I can't do it. The whole role play raping thing, I was going to try it with my ex.
That's not what that is. It's not. I mean, I guess it could be, but that's not.
Kind of the ones who's ever asked me have wanted it to be as extreme as I'm worried about.
Extreme, yeah, but
like it needs to be literally like a role play. Like they'll give you the key to their place. They'll be walking around their underwear. You break in the door. You drag them. Look, I've got to shut up now.
Role play, like I don't.
Yeah, and I was like,
that's not really in my. That's not in my wheelhouse. Like I don't really do the role play as much as just like the bondage and the beating
sure,
of
the power control. No,
Yeah.
he's talking about like proper.
Yeah, and the impact, definitely impact. And
I'm talking about I'm talking about proper role playing, like you're getting raped. You know,
I'm
talking
brought
about
out
like
to the
playing with fear and pain.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. But I tried it. I was going to try it, and then once I started, I was like, no. I felt so fucking bad. I couldn't do it.
No one tells you this when you're the dominant in a bedroom, like that you can be freaked the fuck out. But then you there's so many cases.
Aftercare too, and that doesn't get addressed. That is weird. That there's no real like making sure you're okay with with what just happened. Like I get.
Well, this is what communication's about. You set these terms out beforehand, but afterwards, I am so apologetic. I'm like literally going like, "Would you like a cup of tea?" I'm literally holding their hands. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Like I never went that extreme. The most extreme I go.
What pisses me off is the people that's really into it. If you say you're not into it, they're like judgy towards you. I'm like, I'm not into
they get too defensive.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Because they're worried that you're thinking they're freaks. The thing
I
is,
don't give a fuck if you're a freak.
I don't care if you think I'm a freak.
Nah, she's a super freak.
I don't give a shit what you do or what you're into, but if you're, if I'm not into it, I'm not into it. And certain things, there's certain things that I've done, and but that's one thing. See, here's the thing that's going to shock you. Well, it may not shock you, but if you can ask Raisin this. When I'm not doing PIMPMUNK stuff, I very rarely mention sex. I'm not a person who talks about it.
But there's a huge difference between you and me. I am incredibly sexually
Oh no, I'm sexual. I'm a sexual person, but it's not like people think I'm a perv. You can ask Ray, I'm not a perv.
You're actually kind of quiet. You're quiet.
Yeah,
and
I'm a gentleman. I try to be anyway. It's because in real life, I'm a fucking murderer.
Oh, don't worry.
Mean, quiet,
I won't touch you in that way.
Yeah. But no, it's just a lot of people don't understand. That's the thing that I always get irritated. yes, some of this is me. I am like, well, I'm me, right? I'm me here, but it's turned up like 50,000 fucking watts. When I'm when I get offline, I calm down because I can't. You can't just walk up to people in real life and start screaming at them. If you do,
No,
you
if
go to
you were
jail.
that loud when we were sitting on the porch, I would smack you in the back of the head.
Yeah, exactly. No, when and people are like, "Oh, PIMPMUNK's full of shit." When he says, "Now, when I tell you, I'll tell you to fuck off," I will. I will slap a motherfucker.
I know what's a legit move from you is when you tilt your head and your eyes go like this. That's it, all you. That's all you. You're
Yeah.
not putting a roll on. You do this, and you do this when you look when you don't have enough change for like gas money or something like that. You'll literally make that exact same move.
But one of the things, if you notice, that my eye closes up a lot because this eye's been ripped out of my head, and I may do that because I can't see. But yeah, it's I don't know. People piss me off. Shabisky's the fakest motherfucker alive. Cause see, in real life, Shabisky's Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love, do you want a link for your Discord in the chat?
Yeah, we've got a decent modding community, so if any bad actors were to steep through, they won't last long.
All right. Anybody wants to
Cool.
join Love's Discord community?
Yeah, do that.
It's small, but it's active enough. I've opened up as of late, more than once to find that you guys have had massive conversations without me, and I like that. It's like pushing the kid down the hill on the bike without the training wheels for the first time. And then they look back and like the parent isn't holding them anymore, and like I can really do this, mommy. And then they hit a tree.
I suck at Discord. I got 2 Discords and I don't fuck with them at all. I suck at it. I really do. I hate Discord.
I won't lie. Your
Anybody wants
Discord
to
kind of
watch
reminds you of Egghead's
Pimp
Discord.
Suck
It just
Discord?
never. It just isn't active all that much.
No, because I don't put no attention to it. Yeah, I put none. Because I'm a dick. I got a lot going on though.
You do movie nights there.
I do movie nights there. I do. And we had fun last movie night. We really did. So I think we'll have fun this weekend. Speaking of, we need to like hit that tip button a little bit. We don't have to make the whole go, but at least make half the go.
Ooh, I'm gonna do a magicus. If anyone tips, I will down this whole can as quickly as humanly possible, aka as quickly as I am possible, because I have solipsism and you're all a figment of my imagination.
Ooh, is that Heineken?
Yeah, it's the only Heineken I have left.
Heineken.
Can you say I have solipsism like it's a
Heinekens are awesome.
I am neurodivergent, a minor, and I have solipsism. So shut up, me.
I might have to steal that.
That meme didn't last long, but oh my god, I enjoyed it when it did because I've known so many people who use goddamn like Asperger's, dyspraxia, dyslexia, particularly dyslexia, as a form of like a crutch. And they're like, I can burst in the room and force an argument with people because I don't know how to read a room. I don't either. I fucking learned it. Okay? And I've also learned when it's okay to admit that it's beyond your understanding. Back off. Understand that has nothing to do with you. Maybe. And Pimp will tell you, I tend to interrupt sometimes, so I still don't understand it fully. I'm still on a learning journey myself. I probably will never fully master it. I have a bad habit of interrupting people, especially when I'm drinking. Like
Yeah. I see that TJ's live right now and he's bashing Jamie Darkay.
Oh boy.
I need to watch that tomorrow when I.
Which is, I know that him and Jamie's been having issues lately. Because Jamie's a fucking cunt, dude. And I don't give a shit. Jamie's a cunt.
Jamie and I have been on good terms for years, and I want to keep it that way, so I don't want anyone to think that what Pimp is saying is what I'm saying. But I will say this.
My opinion.
And Jamie knows it too. Here's the thing. Jamie has a bad habit of picking fights with everyone and anyone for no reason, even if it's not really their best interest. They've done it with too many people. And now here's the thing. I understand a lot of times while they're going into fights. Not so much with. I don't know what's going on with TJ. Like, I don't know why they're having a fight, and they're probably
No
not having a
fucking
fight
clue
that will
why
just.
they went after me. That was ridiculous.
I didn't get involved with that, but I don't know the details, so I don't know
They
why
called
they
me
went after.
and said I was transphobic because I said that they used to have a fake British accent. I'm transphobic because of that. It doesn't make goddamn sense.
I have actually watched enough of her content to understand why that
No,
happened.
that's bullshit. That's
I
bullshit.
feel really bad, and I don't like that being picked on, to be honest. Like, there are a lot of
British
things about
accent.
the character that I would be happy to say, yeah, I don't condone that.
That's a piece of shit.
I never went after the
that's
accent.
Shit.
Actually, I don't go after it.
It's when they need things. And
I made it perfectly clear that I didn't give a fuck if they were transphobic. I mean, transgender. I respect it. That's why I always call her a she. But she is a cunt.
Some people do not call her a she, and I do not approve that. I mean, you can go after them for any other thing.
Impulsive and sometimes underinformed.
She's the cunt.
I can be a cunt.
Yeah, but you ain't been a cunt to me.
Yes.
Pretty sure I have.
Time. The internet's a long place as well.
You've never done me wrong because I had never cussed you out.
No, I don't think it. No, not like that. But
I'll cuss you out. You know I'll cuss you out if you do me
I know, and I'll listen to you cuss me out, and I'll either laugh or I'll address it.
But no, look. First of all, I don't like the bitch. It had nothing to do with her being a transgender. I respect that.
I agree with that because I've never known you to be like that. Not for a second of any day.
I mean, you've never misgendered, for example, like fucking Blair White, and Blair White's probably the greatest example of somebody who. I remember Sophie asked that question on Twitter, like, why should we, if they're just going to be like so horrific, like why should we like support people like Blair White? And we're like, we're not doing it for them. We're doing it despite them. Like we know people who genuinely are going through this journey, and if they're the bad actors of the group, well, it just shows that they're people like anyone else.
Yeah.
The thing is, Jamie doesn't fall under that purview in my opinion. But I think Jamie has some major problems before and after coming out, and will probably it's a part of their culture. It's a part of their personality.
Yeah.
They start too many fights. I don't see the point. Like it doesn't help them. It just maybe keeps them.
And it's useless fights. It seems like they're angry for clout. That's what it seems like to me.
No, I wouldn't say that to the point where I think they've almost had a bloody a blood vessel burst out of rage at least once. So like I think it's legit, but I just don't know where that rage is coming from. And it seems almost like a throwback to an older, simpler time of YouTube. Dare I say this, blood sports era, where it's just everything can be solved by screaming. And it's like, Jamie, look, we've been solid. I hope we are always going to be solid. But Jesus Christ, learn when to pick your fights.
Yeah, stop
and
it.
Learn how to... If you have cuntish tendencies, stop that too, I guess. But that goes for every woman.
Yeah.
Every woman? Oh, because boys can't be cunts?
Oh no, boys can be the cuntiest of cunts. The most cuntest person I ever know is...
Oh, I don't know. I've seen some really...
I'm going to end that sentence now because that's no one else's business but mine.
I honestly try not to do this shit on the wood like I just did. But when certain people are brought up and shit, whatever, I do. There's certain people I don't like on here, and certain people don't like me, and that's fine. You know, everybody knows I can't stand fucking Rebzion, right? I don't like his ass. But, you know, whatever.
Ooh, Reps... Question. So again, sorry for interrupting. Like I said, my fucking problem is when Repzion came out did you throw shade at them for that?
No.
Exactly. Like you have so many things that you have generally problems with their attitude.
That wasn't a shocker to me. I mean,
no, it wasn't really for me. A lot of us were like, no, really? Well, it's good that you're honest with yourself. You know.
No. I don't. have got very close friends that are transgender. You know, I love some of them very, very, very much, and I do not misgender. I try not to. If I ever made a mistake, yes, but I immediately apologize for it. But no, just because I don't like somebody don't mean I'll disrespect. I'll disrespect them for what I think they've done wrong. That's what I'll do.
Their deeds, not who they are.
Yeah, I don't. You know, being transgender has nothing to do with my dislike for anybody, or you know, because I dislike Shabby and he's not transgender.
No, he's a cis white male.
Hawaii.
White.
Oh, white.
Like,
I'm Hawaii.
You are white.
yeah, about whitey as possible.
Shavishi's a jackass.
Yeah.
But he's our jackass.
Aw.
Yeah, the greatest.
I'm the
greatest
greatest
jackass
jackass.
ever.
Yay! I win. Yes.
What do you win? Being a jackass.
Yes.
Raising girls' coat smells like taco meat.
That's hot.
No.
I always thought
dang.
they'd smell like nacho cheese.
Nacho cheese, pussy.
What's this? I think that.
But like really good nacho cheese. Someone actually put effort. They put little spices in.
My penis smells like old prunes.
Have y'all ever been in the body wash section for ladies? Do you ever see nacho cheese scented stuff?
Yeah.
I've seen
it's
chocolate
like always-
and I've seen coffee, so it only. I've seen bacon. I've seen
Like
bacon body
pomegranate.
wash.
Pomeria.
I use vanilla.
Flowers, fruits.
I use vanilla, and I'm
Pimento
very happy with
cheese.
You
vanilla.
smell like a cookie.
I've seen pimento cheese body wash for women.
Really?
No.
Oh.
I'm gonna mail you a bunch of soap, Pimp.
I got you. Don't. She
Don't
got
eat it.
booger soap. I ain't trying to. I've seen her soap. I was in the shower one time and her soap was staring at me. It was booger
Douche
soap.
of douche.
Boogers.
It was fucking. It was booger soap. This soap had boogers in it.
It was oatmeal.
It was boogers.
Boogers.
That's good to get your
green.
pores. Good to get your
It was-
pores. Oh yeah.
No, it was green and boogers is what it was. But anyways,
It is green.
yeah, it looked like, and it had knots in it. It looked like boogers.
Yeah, it has oatmeal bits in it.
It had boogers in it.
Like oats. It's like a green soap with oats in
My,
it.
what if I told you that my penis smelled like prunes and bologna?
In what order?
It's pranoni.
Mm.
Oh damn.
It opens with the prunes. Because bologna, I'll be honest with you, you get good bologna. It's not
What's
bad
that?
smell.
The fuck was that noise?
It's got. I'm going into my solipsism. Eventually, the whole world will pause,
Sound like
and
you
I'm just looking at a
squeezed
big
your
mirror of myself.
Sound like you just squeezed your testicles and talked for a second there.
No, I'll show you what that sounds like. Hello. Whoa, damn. There we go. I'm trying to again. Whoa, I forgot how this sounds. Feels really
Got like
good. Damn.
Base adjuster on his balls.
I've got like some old like steampunk gauges below the waistline that I have to pull and twist.
No energy baseballs.
Damn right.
We got what time? We still got a while. We got 20 minutes.
Ooh.
Damn, you were all ready to end it for a second there. You were like, we got.
You annoy me, Raisin.
I know, I'm so sorry. I'll leave.
You're not allowed to leave.
I have a story
big trouble.
involving Marshall Manson. When I visited him up in Buffalo, he handed me. I needed to have a shower. When I was staying over for the night, he handed me some body wash to use in the shower, and I'm like, okay, thanks. I look down, and as he says it, I look down for like full of 5 minutes, not saying anything. And he's like, eventually he realizes I'm not saying anything, I'm not leaving the room, I'm just staring at it. He's like, what? I turn around, Irish mist. He says that stuck with him for the whole time I was there. All the other stuff, preparing black tar heroin, smuggling guns across the border. None of that stuck in his head as much as the horse whistling. It's weird.
That's a place. But Ireland's a place that I've always wanted to visit.
Go when it's not raining, aka 3
What?
days of the year.
3 days a year.
Yeah.
I,
Make it a
I
long
also
weekend.
wanna, I also want to go to Italy. I want to visit Naples because that's where like my family originated from. So yeah, I've always wanted to go there as well.
It's a
The home of the mafia.
it is indeed, and the originator of what we call the pizza. The Greeks
It
would
is.
say otherwise. The Greeks would say
Actually,
otherwise, but I've had Greek pizza,
yeah.
and it's okay. It's not a pizza, but it's okay.
But pizza actually does. Well, depends on who you listen to. Pizza does come from Naples, actually.
Yeah,
European.
the Napoli pizza, which will cost you 30 for a small. So bring your money. Italy is not cheap.
Yes. Neither's anywhere. And not these days. Fuck yeah. Dude,
The Balkans are still cheap.
Can I bitch about the food costs, man, lately? God damn. Have you been grocery shopping lately, Raisin?
Fuck the grocery store.
It's fucking ridiculous, dude. Hamburger meat.
Not gonna get any
God
better.
damn.
Not gonna get any better.
The other day I bought like a pack of 4 chicken tenders, boneless chicken tenders. It was like almost $12.
What?
Like ridiculous.
Trying to think last time I bought any sort of cooking stuff in the States. It would have been on the trip, so about 2 years, just before COVID. 8? I'm gonna say 8, maybe less. I don't know what state. Don't. Probably I'm going to say Nebraska. So yeah.
Well, Here's what's ridiculous. I live in the poorest state in the union. We also have one of the highest food costs in the union.
That makes sense.
That's ridiculous even for us.
Yeah.
And I'm up in the Northeast. Like, we're usually expensive.
Uh-huh.
Does that mean, like, for people who are below the poverty line, is there a genuine risk of starvation?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, and people also wonder, well, why are all these poor people fat? Because they can only afford fucking shit that's fattening and
Food
stuff.
desert, right?
Menu.
Food desert.
Yeah.
That's what they call it. I stayed in with some family not family. It was like a place I found on couch surfing, and it was this sort of place that someone set up, and it was in the south of Chicago, and it was the most ghetto experience I've ever had in the truest sense. I learned a lot of new words and a lot of new phrases, and I also learned that you don't call it the the food bank, you call it the pantry. You go out to the pantry.
Yeah.
But oh my god, the amount of stuff they'd come back with every day was insane. But they'd use it almost like cigarettes in a prison, where they would go across to the neighbor and exchange it for something they'd want. And this woman would do it every single day. And out of the stuff they'd get, I never saw any fresh vegetables. I never saw any fresh vegetables at all. It was all processed shit. We're talking about cheeses. We're talking about corn syrup. A lot of pasta. A lot of fries. And that had to be deep fried. A lot of deep fried stuff. The pan was in constant use. The hob was in constant use. So no wonder. Like, what else are you gonna eat? Like, I went when I had a little bit of money. I went out to Chicago proper, like the inner part. I went to Chinatown, and the prices there were fucking crazy. Like, they were insane. How the hell are the other people really below the poverty line meant to survive? You know,
It's
what they
crazy.
do.
Certainly not on fresh food or produce.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
I'm lucky in
Yeah.
that regard. I'm an island of farmers. Like, I'm literally in the middle of farmland. If I want produce that's grown from the ground, I'm paying less than €1 for anything, and a good chunk of it too. I get a
Yeah,
bag
that
of
was the one
potatoes
thing
for
that impressed me about the UK was the greengrocer.
Mm.
Like, being able to actually go to a greengrocer's and a butcher's, and the prices there were fairly reasonable.
Oh,
Like, there was
reasonable.
like the gas prices were killer. Like, you're more per liter than we are per gallon.
UK is.
Like,
You can thank Brexit for that. I'm sure you were told that every 5 seconds.
that was I think that was before Brexit.
Oh shit.
Like,
well then you have to count in sterling exchange because they never
mhm.
did euro. We're euro. Our prices are not terrible, not great. I don't actually know what the average is. We got a petrol station at the end of the road there. I'd have to check it out. But
Just all kinds
I've
of
never.
fresh food, and like the greengrocers had all kinds of different veg and fruit, and
Mhm. And
they
it's all
weren't
locally
terribly
produced.
expensive,
Eggs,
and it was
so
you didn't
many
have to check
eggs.
it for mold because it's sitting in bags going down trucks or whatever. Like, it's.
Oh, we are spoiled for natural. If
I
we
remember
lost
the first time we got a tomato when we were over there, and I remembered eating it and going, "Oh my goodness!" I remembered what tomatoes tasted like in the fucking 90s.
Yeah,
They're
before the
flavorless here
GMO
now.
stuff and all that shit was
Yeah,
put
I
in.
don't know what the fuck. Like, I guess it's because they pick it early and the way they force ripen it or something. But it tastes watery and bland. And
And
over there,
we
it tastes
also
like a
don't
carton
put a
tomato
bunch of
in a
corn
store.
syrup. And we don't feed our animals endless supply of corn. An endless
Mm-mm.
corn loop of corn. Corn, corn, corn. You go to America, corn.
Subsidized here. It's a subsidized crop. They get
And
paid
to
to
the
grow it, so it's
Y'all need
profit
to
on
stop this
profit.
bashing America shit right quick now.
It's
the only
shitty
time he ever gets
mass
patriotic these
agriculture
days is when a foreigner
not
calls America
sustainable.
out for things that he'll call America out for.
Hmm.
Not alone. You and Sean have something in common. You can't open your mouth if you have an English accent about America, even if she'll just then say it herself without going, "Oh, the fuck on there, Limey."
You got a perfect ass, by the way.
Oh damn.
So that.
Who does?
You won't have.
Mm.
A little,
Uh,
she's a little
I,
lean for my taste.
I have been. I've actually hugged that female before. She's very cool. She's very sweet, and she's got a nice little.
Oh,
Oh,
like from what I've seen of her, she is definitely. Krendar in particular could go into the details of how nice she is.
yeah.
He might have a little thing for her. I shouldn't call it that.
She was very.
Okay.
She was also very sweet to me when I met her. She was very nice.
How tall is she? She looks very small in real life.
She's short. She's short. I don't know exactly. I don't know what 5'2", 3", something like that.
She seems very cool. I would
Maybe
like to meet
short.
her in real life, but
She is cool.
she's not quite my cup of tea when it comes down to like. Damn, I hope she opens an OnlyFans soon. If she did, I would do it out of respect. That she clearly was
Yeah.
needing the money. And I'd be like, no, well, I'm not gonna even look at the pictures. Just here you go, enjoy. And then I'd secretly steal them all and spread them across the dark web.
Uh, she's not the type I normally look for because she's Caucasian. But
Yeah,
yeah,
unusual
yeah.
for you.
Well, I mean, there's a few Caucasians I'd bang. I'd bang Shabisky.
Oh baby.
I was gonna point out. I was gonna
Oh,
do this
baby.
and point at Raisin, but I suppose now I have to point like this. There you go, Shabby.
Well, I didn't even look.
Me? You pointing at me?
Yeah, we're pointing at you.
I'm over.
You
over.
are the eye candy of the stream.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thanks, babe.
When's your OnlyFans opening up?
Soon.
How tight is your butt? How
Soon?
tight is? Can
I've
you
been-
do the butthole challenge? I've got some cans right here if you want to try it.
Oh no,
What
I'm
now?
a loose bitch.
Raisin, you
What?
do not know of the butthole challenge?
The butthole challenge. You don't know of the butthole challenge? How does
Challenge?
thy not
What
know?
am I about to learn?
I should get a poofy hat and be like, Madam,
How does thy
ignorance is
not
shown."
know?
Do tell.
Trumpster Bob. That's all I'm gonna say. Trumpster Bob.
Yeah, you don't know who Trumpster Bob is, I'm guessing, yet.
No.
Do you watch us
Aw.
when we stream Tab? That's where we talk about Trumpster Bob. But we haven't been. Yeah, he's something.
He is a proud American patriot, and he loves his country. I don't think his country loves him back, but
He wanted me, Shabisky, and Scott, and Ben to show him our assholes one night. I mean, for real. To prove we weren't gay.
if a can can go, if a can fit inside an asshole without puckering up, then you don't pass the butthole challenge. Keystone
Yeah,
Light can, in particular.
He was saying if your asshole is blown out. He's weird.
He's kind of obsessed. Let's not even get started on Islam or what was it? Chick-fil-A? The guy who made it wasn't Chick-fil-A, was it? It was Papa John's or
Happy John, I don't know.
there was this chain that he thinks is run secretly by Muslims.
What?
Oh, boy, I don't know. He talks so much weird shit. He is so out of it. I mean, he's just so fucking stupid.
Oh, he told the Assembly of Governors that will secede from the Union.
Yeah, we watched a video of him the other night. He was saying some really weird. I can't remember what he was saying. But it was just like it was just like ridiculous shit. He just comes up with these statistics that he makes up out of the blue.
You know what he reminds me of? Lucas Werner with Kleins and telomeres and shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, he does. So we got like 10 minutes left. To raise and pull one out. Show it.
Yeah.
Pull one of your dicks out.
Your money dicks.
There you go. What is it? A puppet dog? A puppet dog.
It's a puppet dog.
The hell's he got on his head?
A hat?
Is that an Ushanka?
It's like a bra.
No, that's a deer hunter hat. That's a deer hunter hat.
Like a fucking bra. What they got a... What the fuck is wrong with that dog?
He's old, and I cuddle him.
Oh, throw it away. Throw it away. Okay.
Throw it away.
What you
Threw
got
it
there?
on the ground.
Oh, God. Does he got a penis?
Is he anatomically correct? Oh.
No, he ain't.
Do you have any toys that are anatomically correct? And don't show us those toys. There you go.
Is that a penis?
That's equal.
Oh.
Butthole challenge.
Butthole challenge. Oh yeah, he's definitely
Can you
penis.
fit a can of Keystone Light in that?
Was that Stimpy?
No.
Oh.
Oh, that's the bear from Toy Story 3.
He
Yeah.
smells like berries.
He gets to end up strapped to the front of a garbage truck.
Hey.
You might have closed your mouth.
It just smell like berries, raisin.
Yes.
Like dingleberries.
Hear it? No, not like dingleberries.
Dingleberries. I'm disappointed in John Vega.
Ha!
Guys, let's make some progress on that goal down there, guys. It says 0. That's no good.
No one wants that.
That makes me sad.
Makes me make sad faces.
Sad biscuit.
Sad biscuit.
That's so sad.
Makes so sad.
What?
Yeah, my drunk cousin is asleep on the couch. He's talking in there.
Go make
Is it silly?
Go make a TikTok of you slapping him while he's asleep or something.
Oh.
Draw.
Do what I say.
Shabisky is the greatest on his forehead.
Yeah, do that, and then I can respond to it and be like, and I'll sit there and not make any noise.
But I would never write. I don't like writing lies.
You lie and you better like it, motherfucker.
But you didn't say you wouldn't do that with Sharpie to someone who was drunk, passed out on the couch. Because I do recall, didn't that happen on in an early DP meetup? Didn't they write on one guy who was just fucking unconscious on a couch and they just went to town with him? Was it Scotty?
They did. They wrote on me in New Orleans, but it wasn't recorded.
Ooh, what did they write?
He did your dick on my face.
Wait, were you passed out? Nice. You got your as I say.
I always pass out on weed, dude. I'm not.
Ooh, was that the famous I don't like pain one.
That's well, it's the same weekend, but
Yeah.
that's actually a lie, though. I never did say that, but I'm saying, because I can take pain more than any of those motherfucking pussies can.
We saw it on stream. What was her name?
Um,
The mistress watched you.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, she didn't know how to paddle correctly though. She hit me.
Raisin.
The chick with the dominatrix girl. She's sweet now, but she hit me in the back. She was.
I know she aimed a lot for your upper thighs rather than your ass.
She hit me in the fucking back, dude. It hurt. But I didn't sell it though.
That's why I think the hand is the best use for that, especially because you can use your other hand for other things like pulling on the hair.
And plus, technically, there were some rules broken that night. But anyways, I'm not gonna get into that. So, anyways, Shabiscuits,
Yeah, baby boo.
you're gonna be punished.
You're gonna spank me?
I'm gonna let Raisin do it.
I don't do that. That's Lev's job.
I'm right.
I,
You need a
I
professional for
receive
this
the
shit.
spankings.
You guys can all take turns.
And we can only do that on Plex Storm as well. There's another streaming service I hope grows. I know more than once it's made me grow, but that's in a different context.
Oh damn. Oh damn.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, seriously, respect the Plex Storm. They were like, there's a lot of 20 and early 30 somethings who like just watching porn while gaming. So let's combine the two.
That's right. That's the one that Krendar was talking about.
That's right. Girl Does Rant got him onto it and got me onto it as well. And all she does is just like watch, play games that might have titties in it. For example, there's nothing crazy about it. Now Twitch's terms of service have changed. She can play games that involve you being first person getting head. But so long as you don't make a big deal about it, and she always plays it up as a joke, it passes muster. But then you go to YouTube, and like I said, the whole Sopranos clip, or hell, I remember one back to Critical. He showed a footage of a reaction of a guy who was looking at a video from years. It was originally a 70s video that was uploaded digitally, and it was a guy running on a beach. You could just barely make out his ass crack, and that got taken down. Right? There's no rhyme or reason to it. None whatsoever.
None. The rules change every second. It does that. It's so weird.
I think YouTube would be okay with doing it if they had control of the algorithm. But like I said, I don't think they have the control of the algorithm anymore. It's just this amorphous blob that just goes yes, no, yes, no, yes. It has no. All they can do is respond to the damage it causes. And then still upload pictures from CNN of like buildings getting blown up in drone strikes, and if somebody puts I think the term trans in the subtitle in like the title of the video, it will get kicked off the algorithm.
Yeah,
or is it gay or trans? Yeah, that's
both, I think.
Oh shit!
Like
I remember someone doing a
trans
test.
off of the internet.
Yeah, someone did a test, like a medium to well-to-do size channel. I forget. They did a test where it was like, we're going to upload 2 videos back to back, had nothing to do with the topic in hand, and it was like, one had the word trans or gay in it, and the other didn't. And one appeared on a lot of people's feed, and the other didn't. And you can guess which one was which. It was YouTube. It's not what it once was. That's for sure.
To run more of these tests.
Damn. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and end this maybe a few minutes early. So we'll go ahead and end this. Thank you guys, Lev, for showing up, buddy. Appreciate it.
Been fun.
Yeah, man, it's been real fun. Sam, go ahead. Thank you guys. Make sure you check out tomorrow night's show. I gotta go